Most people know it as Braddock Hill, but in the old days it was known as Red Hill, which is one of the highest elevations in the city. And before we had much development here in Alexandria, homeowners on Red Hill had a very clear view of the Potomac River. And according to local legend, somewhere near the intersection of Ruffner Road and Hanson Lane was home to an introverted merchant captain and his wife, which they fondly called the Anchorage. Now, they lived a life of seclusion, preferring to keep to themselves and stay out of the bustling streets of Old Town. The sea was his mistress, as they say, and he spent months traveling to distant ports of call. While he was away, she found a companion of her own, a garden at the Anchorage, which had her full devotion. Now, she also spent a lot of time peering through the telescope she had perched on Red Hill, where she could watch the return of the captain. And while docking his ship, the captain would wave to his lady. But one day, the ship docked without the captain. Distraught and panic-stricken, she ran to the shed, grabbed the captain's gun, turned it onto herself, and committed suicide in her beloved garden. And according to local legend, the captain's lady still haunts the area where the garden once stood. In her infinite loneliness, she walks the grounds in a hopeless attempt to spot the arrival of her captain. Now, people who have seen her always say she wears this deep suicidal scarlet on that she wore on her last day on Red Hill. And they also say that if they speak to her, she runs away, in keeping to her introverted self. I'm Michelle Zelsman, Coldwell Banker Realty in Alexandria, Virginia, and no one's ever going to call me an introvert. What's your legend going to be?